Welcome back to the show. I've had a couple of emails asking if I'm still driving and where I'm at, so I figured I would get back into filming and answer a few of those questions. It's been a while since I've uploaded anything. If I can remember correctly, last time I've uploaded I was still with Nova Line. That was right before the end of last year. I took some time off, a couple of months, moved back home to New Orleans, and then decided in March that whole local thing's just not for me. So I came back over the road. I drive for a company called Lone Star Transportation now, out of their main office is out of Fort Worth, Texas, but you do orientation, everything through Gainesville, Texas, just north of Fort Worth by a little while. Standard 5-day orientation, well, 4.5. Friday you go down to Fort Worth to meet all the big bosses and have a sit down in the office. And we were done for, it was about 1:30, 2 o'clock, so I say it's about 4.5 days. They did have a couple of people, there was only 4 of us in orientation, but they did have a couple of people that didn't have flatbed experience who had to stay in Fort Worth for a week, if I remember correctly, to ride with the local drivers, learning how to secure down and all of that. Being that I had flatbed experience, I didn't have to do that. I came back Friday, got in my truck, and left out Monday morning. So all around an easy week. I started here the first week of March, March 3rd, or actually March 1st was the first day of orientation. I officially got my truck March 5th, so first week of March. It's your standard flatbed oversized company. They don't haul lumber or plastic pipe or anything what they call cheap, which is fine with me. They do haul a lot of Caterpillar parts, a lot of machines, dozers, stuff of that nature. They do get into the serious oversized heavy haul stuff, windmill blades, turbines, all that kind of stuff. That's if you have either a oversized experience or you've been here and you worked your way up the ladder. You come in, you start out at level 0 if you don't have any experience, and you go all the way up to level 5. I know they said level 4 and 5 you're actually a salary driver because you're on projects a lot out in the windmill farms. Not there yet. I don't see myself pulling that big stuff. I don't mind over width and a little over length, but I'm not hauling something that's 200-300 feet long. That's not something I want to do. Overall, though, it's a good company. I haven't had no problems with them. I will give them this. They take care of their equipment. Anytime I've had problems with the truck or any of the trailers that I've pulled, they get it fixed pretty damn quick. Trailers, as long as I'm at a shop or I can get to a shop, they'll immediately book it. Otherwise, they'll send somebody out. The truck's only gone into a dealership once now for a check engine light. Ended up being needed batteries replaced. But other than that, I haven't had no problems. I still got to get the APU worked on. I'm having some issues on that, but that's not on Lone Star's end of things. They tell me whenever I want to go into a shop, let them know. Problem is, I haven't stopped. Well, I haven't stopped during the week to be able to put it to the shop. Downside, if you want to call it a downside, I guess it depends on you personally, is Lone Star doesn't really run real far, I guess, if you want to call it that. What I mean by that is I've been here 3 months now, and I have sat still every weekend. Not by choice, but you pick up a load on a Thursday and it won't deliver till Monday, but you're there Friday afternoon, Saturday evening, or Saturday morning rather. This load here, I just came out of Laredo. It's gone up to Decatur, Illinois. Picked it up yesterday. Doesn't deliver until Monday. I'll be there Saturday morning, but it's a crane unload, so I gotta wait till Monday. But other than that, I mean, there really isn't a downside to Lone Star. They don't tarp a lot. This is only my 3rd load tarped since I've been here. A lot of it is either strapped or chained, and you go, which is fine by me. I don't mind tarping, but it's just quicker to strap it, chain it, and go. So it definitely saves you on time there. So I mean, there's really no complaints on that. I mean, if they ran to where, you know, you could run as hard as you want and run on recaps, that'd be great. But they don't run like that. So I'm getting used to it. It's hard to adjust because I've been one of those drivers that I run my 70 and turn around and start running my recap. It's just always how I've done things. But over here, I don't do that. I've asked for miles, but I guess between, you know, coming out of winter and then this whole COVID thing, it may have just screwed things up. So maybe it's just timing wise. I'm hoping going into summer, maybe that'll clean up and I will start to run 7 days a week, or at least 6.5 days a week. But for right now, it's fine. They do offer a guarantee. It's only $1,050 a week, but it is a stress reliever on one end, knowing that you're only running 4.5, 5 days out the week, that even if you don't clock the miles, you still get some kind of paycheck. Not, you know, here's $200-300, good luck. It doesn't work like that. So that is, I guess, a pro, if you want to call it that. But other than that, I really haven't had no problems with them. You know, it's a good company. They do offer a sign-on bonus, $6,000. It's $500 a month that's paid out the first Friday of each month. So, you know, it takes a year to get the full $6,000. I just gonna hand you $6,000 out the gate. I wish they did, but they don't. But I mean, it's a good company. They do run all Kenworths here. They have a few older Freightliners from a company they just bought, but they are phasing them out pretty quickly. As I sit here in our Gainesville yard, there's 9 of them sitting here. So they do run all Kenworths, T680s. You either get the standard tractor T680 that is set up for heavy haul, or, you know, once you get into the higher classes, you can get into the triaxle Kenworths. But it's all Kenworths. They all have APUs on them. They all come with refrigerators. We're allowed to get the trucks washed twice a month, you know, at any Blue Beacon, or every 15 days rather. So I mean, they take care of their equipment, you know, and they do annual inspections. They do them twice a year. If you want to call it another downside, they don't have pre-pass in their trucks. It doesn't really bother me because I don't have to worry about it, but it does suck when you have to pull in every scale, even if you know you're of legal weight. You can't get a green light because there is no green light. So every open scale, oversized or not, you're pulling in. Now obviously if you pull in oversized, you got to pull in anyways and go talk to the cops and give them your paperwork and what have you. Being the COVID thing is out on the oversized that I have pulled, even when they're open, they don't want you to come inside. They just let you keep on going, which is fine with me. But as long as you're legal, you got all your paperwork and your logs are up to date, there's nothing to worry about anyway. More of an inconvenience, if nothing else. But I asked why they do it that way, and the reason is to keep their safety score as high as it is. They have a very, very high safety score. When I went to orientation, it was something like 98. So it's a very high safety score, and they have to keep it that way because of the contracts that they have with their customers. It says if they drop below a certain number, I think it's 95, they can lose the contracts. Don't quote me on those safety numbers, because I could be wrong. They could have been different, but I mean, this is 3 months ago now. But overall, like I said, Lone Star is a good company. Nothing wrong with them. Just wish they'd run more miles. But I'm waiting to see how the summer plays out to see if that works. I'll try and start filming more and get better at this filming thing to keep everybody updated and what my future plans are. There are plans in the works. I'm not going to get into what they are right now, as we're still a ways out from that. But I will do my best to start filming and showing oversized loads and all that. So I guess until next time, thank you for watching.